Alright, so here we are guys in the grey Mazdaspeed 6 that I reviewed on a couple of days ago, and this is a really comfortable car to drive. The owner has left the car with me for a few days to rectify some problems that cannot be identified by workshops, and it's all been done and sorted already. And we're gonna have another quick short test drive review on this. So the camera right here, right where you are, is in a slightly awkward position, and I'm not sure if you're able to see my face or not. So once again, this is a 2.3 turbo, a 6-speed manual, and what I can tell you about this car is that this is one of the smoothest 300 wheel horsepower car I've ever driven. So refined, so quiet, so subtle, so soft. Everything is just nice and plush. The owner has bilstein absorbers on this car, paired with a set of Ibach springs. It's got just a nice ride height. It's got just the right damping. We're gonna be bringing this car down to the highway just for a quick test drive, as I haven't given the car a proper test drive after repairs were done. Yeah, there was a problem with the engine mounting, some undercarriage noise, and it was all pointing to the engine mounts. Brakes are really nice too. Tires are quiet. These are ultra high performance tires, and you can't hear much of the exhaust noise, as there is actually close to none. So this car steering is pretty much adjustable. You can go up, down, or you can go out, you can go in. Lock it. Nice Bose system audio, BOSE Bose. Android player is an aftermarket player that the previous owner found. I'm not sure where he found it. He's known to find things that we cannot find. So we'll be heading down to the highway. Traffic might be a little bit heavy. Signal left. So to blip the throttle, to drop gears, it's very nice. Even though it's a drive-by-wire, response is there. It's as good as a cable operated throttle body. So corner like this, you can floor it, you know, it's nice and smooth. 300 horsepower. Drop. The car is very predictable. For Mazda 6, usually it gets a little bit tail happy when you have to do a sudden braking or deceleration in the corners. You can actually, I can actually realize that it's nice and quiet. I can have a normal conversation in a car with a passenger beside me. Seats are really nice, although it's a little bit too low for me. I'm a very short guy, and fuck me dead, man. The level of my eyes is the same level as the dashboard. You can actually see my arm here. I'm a very short driver. So the suspension setup of this car is very well balanced, as in the tail will no longer come out if you actually have to do a sudden brake in a corner. Even for beginner drivers, for noob drivers, very predictable. You can never go wrong in a car like this. In Malaysia, you can find a car like this for less than 20,000 with a non-turbo engine and auto 5-speed auto Tiptronic. We're gonna be making a U-turn here. so nice and quiet. If you have a family or with 3 kids, I think you can throw them all in the back seat and they can still fall asleep if they're tired. It's so smooth. Yeah, you gotta be careful, a little bit careful here. A lot of cars are coming back from work. It's 5:20 p.m. Like I mentioned in the previous video, the interior of this car is super tidy. It's so smooth. There's 0 vibrations on the dashboard as well. Handbrake's a bit tight. No exhaust, no nothing. Where else can you find a car this quiet that gives that much horsepower? I don't think even a Golf R is actually this smooth. That one is a little bit brutal. Yeah, this is gonna take forever, man. Cars coming out of the toll like a drag strip. Okay, let's go. Here we go. So first gear, second gear, half throttle, third gear. With a car like this, you have so much torque at 500 Newton meters. You only need to plant your foot probably a quarter or halfway down to actually get the kind of power you need for daily traffic, for overtaking, for hill climbing. There's just no point in flooring the pedal if the roads are not empty. It's a 6-speed manual, okay? So even if you are in a 6th gear, 2500 RPM brings you up to 120 kilometers per hour. So having said that, 2500, 120, mechanical gear ratios, 5000 RPM, 240 kilometers per hour. The meter of this car maxes out at 280 kilometers per hour. So taking long sweeping corners like this is it's got a lot of confidence, as this car has a multi-link suspension similar to the Perdana, the Proton Perdana, I think a Honda EG, EK as well, double wishbone multi-link, yada yada yada. This is a good daily driver. Even if you're in 6th gear at half throttle, you're already boosting. So most of the undercarriage bushes in this car is pretty new, I can say. The road where I currently am in Setia Alam is supposed to be bumpy as fuck. I'll probably be bouncing off the highway if I were to be in my own car, but this is nice, it's bearable. Absorbers are doing its work properly, engine is nice, smooth and quiet. I'm cruising at 2800 RPM at about 130 kilometers per hour right here. The steering, I think alcantara leather, nice and soft. The next softest thing would be this steering wheel would be a woman. So if given the budget, if I were to be able to afford a car like this, or if I were to buy a new Myvi at twice the price, this would be a better choice. It's a full-size D segment. It's the same category as the Toyota Camry, the Honda Accord, but this is just so much more fun. So I'm in 4th, I can drop to 3rd, flip throttle, heel toe. This is a nice curve, and my foot is already on the throttle. Like I say, this car is very predictable. As soon as you need the power, just put your foot down the throttle. There's a little bit of torque still there. Tires on this car is a little bit on the old side. I think it's 4 years old. These are Eagle F1 asymmetric tires. It's got a short shifter as well. Let's just get off the highway, get off the freeway. 5th gear, okay. 4th gear. Foot on brake, 3rd gear. And I'm in 2nd. Even in mid corner, you can just put your foot on the throttle. You have a very neutral weight balance, weight distribution on the car. It's just so predictable. The car is probably 1.6 tons, 1,600 kilo, but you just don't feel it in the corners. This is a very good toge machine, and it is also a very good highway cruiser. Dashboard is still as good as when it was out from the showroom. You got the original head unit, digital, aircon. Yeah, blow harder, bro. So once again, a Bose sound system. This is the perfect car, you know. So neat, so tidy, so quiet. It feels better than some new cars I've ever driven. This model does not have a sunroof. It's a 2006 Mazda 6, so it did not come with a leather interior nor a sunroof compared to mine. But my car is a little bit on the harsher side. So 1st gear, 2nd gear, 3rd gear. One more thing I want to be talking about is also the clutch. Clutch is bone stock, 9-inch with a dual mass flywheel to absorb vibrations. For a 9-inch clutch, you can easily take 380 horsepower, 380 wheel horsepower. Apart from that, the engine, yeah, as per my previous video, hybrid turbo with a compressor billet wheel for that sort of fast pull up and response. The engine comes with a balancer shaft, which actually speaks for itself. It's a very smooth setup. It's a very smooth engine, smoother than a 4G63. This is practically an Evo without all the harshness and everything. So you're in 2nd, just put half your foot down, and instantly it brings you from 50 up to 80, 90 within 2-3 seconds, and you get to reach up to your cruising speed in no time. So there's gonna be a speed bump ahead. We have a look at the damping. Incoming, up, down. I didn't feel much of the bump. Nice. So once again, guys, this is a Mazda 6 with a Mazdaspeed 6 engine. All wear and tear parts has been generously replaced by the owner, and is far by the best, smoothest first generation Mazda 6 I've ever driven. Once again, guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this short quick drive and we'll be meeting each other again. Do hit the subscribe button if you like this.